All right, everybody. This is Jarrell with Hybrid Radio here at the Starland Ballroom in Sayreville, New Jersey. Here with New Jersey's very own Bouncing Souls, Greg, Bryan, and Pete. How you guys doing? How you doing?
What's up? Doing great.
And you're saying? Yeah, this works. Yeah, you guys all gather around the mic. That's fine. That's fine.
Is that good? Are we good?
A little closer.
Should we get closer?
You're good now. But every time someone wants to talk, you have to.
Is this thing on? Is this live?
Yep. Not live. It's recording. It's a podcast, basically.
Cool.
All right. That was Greg.
Greg here.
Yep. Next is
That's
Bryan.
Me, Bryan here. That's right.
Bryan on bass.
Pete.
Pete on guitar. So how has 2015 been treating you so far?
So awesome, man. Doing a lot of cool shit.
Yeah. What have I done this year? For God's sakes. Something. Oh, we're writing new songs. Yeah.
Okay.
We're playing a couple of them tonight. Actually.
All right. Awesome.
Yep.
So what do you enjoy most about playing shows in Jersey versus anywhere else in the world?
We got a lot of friends, which always makes the show better, I think.
Uh-huh.
So much history here that we can play. Like we can pull out some kind of like really old songs that you kind of can't go and play in most other places. People will just be like, "Huh?" But
Right.
here you can bust out something like Joe Lies, and people will appreciate it. And,
Yeah.
So without spoiling things, will that probably happen tonight?
Yeah.
There's a couple.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So a lot of people know you guys are from New Brunswick, New Jersey, but a guy was here earlier talking about how you guys grew up in Baskin Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a part-time job there now.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to name the place, but it's definitely awful when I'm working. But
Okay.
I do notice that town. I'm not from there, but my mother used to work at the AT&T.
Yep.
That town is kind of like a kind of upper middle class area now.
Mm-hmm.
But when you guys moved from there to New Brunswick to like the quote unquote project of New Brunswick, were you like shocked by the drastic culture change at all?
We were just down for anything, you know. Like we went from suburbs to the ghetto, you know, and but we made friends with everyone there, and like we were just wide eyed, like.
We were pretty stoked on life, so I think that helped.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't know that we were supposed to be like nervous or scared. We were just so stoked that we ended up. It was only like a summer that we lived on Welton Street, but it felt like a huge era. And by the time we moved out of that house, we were literally friends with everyone on that block. We had like everyone's kids over in our backyard, like chilling. We were like giving tattoos and haircuts to these like every kid in the neighborhood.
Right.
You know, we just like felt like so at home. I for one felt a lot more at home there than like when we would cross over to the Rutgers area.
Yeah.
We were kind of like we hated frat boys and
Right.
still do, I guess.
So like basically, was there no worries about like the band not working out because you always had like Baskin Ridge to fall back on and like the hometown?
Well, we had pretty good support from our family, but, as far as the band's success, yeah, we didn't... I don't know if we really knew anything. It wasn't related as far as that. We were just like, we want to do this and we're going to do it. We're not going to think about something to fall back on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But
there was no going back to Basking Ridge once we left.
Oh, there wasn't?
School.
Like your
Fuck
parents
no.
were like, once you're out, or was it kind of like...
I mean, we could always have gone back to our parents' house, I guess, but the thought never crossed my mind. I was not going back once I moved out.
But it wasn't like they kicked us out or something.
Right. You made that choice on your own because
Yeah.
that was like the scene. That was, I don't know, was there like a punk scene at the time, or why'd you pick there, basically?
New Brunswick, yeah, we believed that there was a punk scene there, and we got there, and there weren't any shows or any bands, and I think we ended up having to kind of create our own.
Right.
It was sort of a shadow of a punk scene once we got there, because we had heard there was, but it's like there was, and it was faded. Exactly.
Okay. Huh.
It's like fishing, you know. Like we're like, oh, they should have been here like last week. They were really biting. Like, we went to New Brunswick and there was nothing going on, you know.
All right, so I know you noticed it earlier, Bryan, but my friend Stu here has something to show you. We'll put the pictures up on the actual site. Stu, wait, come here. Come here. So they can hear what you're saying.
I think it was like ABC No Rio Spanish Harlem. It was like a Food Not Bombs benefit. It was a soup kitchen there.
Yeah.
Ran into one of you. I believe it.
Maybe it was
I'm
me?
pretty sure it was Greg. He pulled out of his backpack $5, shirt, Merv, which sometimes Merv the perv, but I'll take that. That's all right. But
And then you got a real old one
and
underneath.
then
Got an older one under. First, you got this one. When'd you get it though?
well, the first time I saw you guys was Wrecking Ball Crew EP CD release party at City Gardens.
Cool.
So, oh, sorry, did I slur?
Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry, I'm a little drunk. All right,
That's
yeah.
all right.
But this is actually my brother's shirt, who actually ran into you guys sooner. So he had your 7-inch. So I'd heard you guys before I even went to City Gardens.
Gotcha.
But
And then the shirt underneath.
Wow.
is that the first?
Underneath, he's got.
Is that the first shirt?
That was drawn
First?
on Welton Street, our first house in New Brunswick. I drew that with Ugly Bill and myself. We co-created that wicked tribal design.
So cool, and it's got the Keeneland mark on it. I love that.
So we got 2 old school shirts here.
That's cool, man.
You remember this shirt, Kate? Wow, we got a shirt older than So we'll put these both pictures up here on the site.
It's really cool.
But yeah, that's this is the old school fan right here, or Stu. Now back to New Brunswick. Now, did you hear word that the Court Tavern closed on July 3rd?
Heard that, yep.
Okay, so you guys played a show there last September. Now, for those out there who are unfamiliar with this bar venue, like picture the smallest club in your town where local bands play. The Court Tavern is basically half that size, like where it is.
Yeah.
So with the fact that you guys are one of the biggest punk rock bands in the country, do you think playing such a small place was a good idea at the time?
It was awesome. Yeah. Like the walls were like sweating.
Yeah,
It was
a lot of the ceiling got destroyed that night.
Maybe that's why they closed.
Took them a little while to figure it out, but yes.
It closed for renovations and its future is unknown. Do you know any more about it than that?
When we did a story on it last week, right? But they're saying that the owner is going to either open it with himself or someone else. So he's not sure yet. But this is the second time this has happened. So I recall when I heard the news you guys were playing there, I'm like, why? It's just was still out in like a millisecond. That's why I was wondering why they did it though.
Yeah, it was
Fun
fun.
is what matters.
How so what was the process of people getting in? They had to wait in line and then first come first serve. So it was already over.
Like Red Bull shows, and it was like I think it was like
They gave away all that.
it was free to get in, but yeah,
It was like $2, right, or something like that. You just had to wait online, and that was that. With the Red Bull sponsored shirt.
Okay, so it was basically, regardless that you guys are used to playing bigger venues and small ones, you still had a good time regardless.
Oh,
You're not
yeah.
too Hollywood or whatever to do that.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
That's where we come from, and it's still fun. Yeah.
The size of the show is not directly related to the amount of fun you have.
But there was less jumping around on your part, Brian, right? With that plate being so small and all.
Because there's so much space.
Yeah, you can only jump so high, you know.
Yeah. So did that bother your performance at all, or is
Not
it
at
still
all,
energetic?
Yeah. Nope, I probably played a lot better. Stood still.
So are there any other clubs or venues you miss playing at, like City Gardens, Birch Hill, etc., that you guys miss? Any venues that are closed now?
those are all cool places, man.
Yeah, I would love to
City
go
Gardens.
It'd be fun to play a gig at City Gardens again.
A memory lane tour. We could do like a memory lane tour and play like Coney Island High, CBGB's. Yeah, CBGB's fucking.
Yeah.
First show was cool too. That was a cool spot. Yeah.
Any other places that beside those ones that are
Top of the
closed?
list, City Gardens.
City Gardens. Okay.
That's like our birthplace, man. That's.
What about the Baby Seal in Mullet, California?
Heard of it? I don't know
Of
if we
course
ever
you
played
heard
there.
of it. If you're wondering why that sounds familiar, it's they don't exist, not real, but it was the name of a club on a short-lived TV show created by Joe Escalante
Oh yeah.
by the
yeah. I was
Bangles,
like,
where you
what?
guys did an appearance on their second
Some
episode.
bad acting
That
on
was a
that.
show. What's that place? Showplace Theater. Show.
Corona. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you guys don't know, this show was basically like people say it was like Saved by the Bell, but not as punk rock as Saved by the Bell. So how did you guys get involved with doing that show? Do you remember?
Joe asked us to do it. Yep. That
Uh-huh.
was it.
We were like, okay. Well, yes.
Did you guys have to what was the process of like learning your lines and stuff like that, or getting the
It was
scenes?
very unrehearsed. We were pretty much playing a show at the Showcase Theater in Corona, and they came out with the crew and had a couple of ideas about what to say, and we just went for it, and that was that.
Well, you were killing it like that. The one
man.
scene when you guys found out it was a secret show, quote unquote, and you're like, oh, I got your secret show right here, and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm out of here. Like
Yeah.
Brian was killing it.
Yeah, man.
Like you-
I missed my calling, man. I really should have been an actor.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. You guys ever thought about
so good at
doing
acting.
other acting roles in the future? Like, you ever thought about doing more acting? Any of you?
Not seriously, no. Just for fun.
Yeah, I mean that show was like I guess like 15 years ago, but
Professionals,
We
I
did a little
think.
bit in our 25-year anniversary, which they're going to be showing here tonight, actually.
Oh my god, that's great. All right, yeah, that's true. Some fun acting, some Bouncing Souls acting will be featured tonight.
Oh yeah, they're gonna show that actual movie or something different.
At the 20th anniversary TV spectacular, like that joke spoof TV show thing that we made.
Oh, from the documentary where you guys were like have birthing you or something like that.
No.
We on the Ghost in the Boardwalk record.
Okay.
When we released Ghost in the Boardwalk, it was our 20-year anniversary, or was it before that? It was that we did like a half an hour TV special. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's
Where can
pretty
people
fun.
find that?
You can watch it tonight.
Oh, if they're not here, I'm saying.
And it's on the CD, right?
It's on Ghost on the Boardwalk CD.
Yeah.
You can put it in your computer.
All right, so check that out. Ghost in the Boardwalk CD. You can pick that up.
It's a real deep cut. People don't really know about it so much.
I wouldn't go out of my way to like buy the CD just to watch that.
I think you
fairly
can see it.
entertaining,
I think you can see it on the internet too.
Yeah.
It's
YouTube it. Don't spend money on it. You YouTube it.
Yeah, similar to the Fear of a Punk planet I was talking about. You can either do what I did and buy the VHS back when it first came out, but obviously if you didn't do that, you can go to Kung Fu Records, I guess, and get it, or find it on YouTube. Now, when I go online and I look at other people rank your albums, a lot of the fans have put your first album, The Good and Bad and the Argyle, at the bottom. So do you guys agree with that being your worst album, or do you think that people who are compiling lists haven't been listening to you guys for that long, so they're not used to your original sound?
my opinion on this subject is for us, we've created them, so it's like they're stepping stones for us in learning and expressing ourselves. So the fun part is to see what everyone has to say about them. And what's fun for me is we've done so many records. It feels like everyone has a different favorite, and the fact that they kind of argue about it, I think, is a success.
Yeah.
Because if you just have one record that everybody just likes that one record, then you're probably not doing something right.
Right, right.
So that's my 2 cents on that. You have people that have different favorites, and I think that's good.
What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that's your worst record, or do you guys...
I don't know if it's our worst. It's not my least favorite, but it's kind of
my
good
least
that we're-
favorite.
It's good that we're not one of those bands that our first records are like classic best record and everything's
Okay.
downhill after that, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands that have that thing going on. They have
Right.
one great debut record.
It's like peaking in high school, you know, and then
Yeah.
everything goes down from there, you know.
Yeah, I was surprised on that they were saying that, but... So with that, you guys are doing your 5th album, How I Spent My Summer Vacation, tonight in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you guys decide to do that record? Is it because it's summer and that's what it's called,
It
or...
seemed appropriate, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think it's one of the best records in my opinion. One of the top 3.
It's solid top to bottom.
Yeah, like they asked us to do the show here tonight, and we're like, what can we do to make it special and unique, or just not like another show at Starland Ballroom? So like, let's play a record.
Okay, so you guys are not like... You don't feel like the whole album tour thing is like redundant nowadays. You're not above that or whatever.
We did it.
Early on,
okay.
man, right?
The first ones who did it actually.
As far as we know, we're the first people that did it like that thing.
Okay. I thought it was the Pixies, but I guess it was you, fool.
Pixies might have us beat.
It seems to have
Right?
seems to have had a real big surgence in the past 3
Yeah.
or 4 years. But we did it like 5 years ago or something,
Uh-huh.
when there wasn't really happening that much. I'm
Mhm.
sure other bands have done it
Yeah.
over the years for sure.
Yeah.
Yourself. It was 2010. We did all 8 records. 2 records a night times 4 nights.
Right.
In 10 cities in 2010. It's a lot of numbers.
Okay. So for tonight, are you guys plan like maybe to do all the songs alphabetically, or are you just gonna go from first to end?
Play that record just like it plays.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. I don't know a lot of bands that do that, but I always try to suggest when bands do that they want to do that. They always turn it down for some reason because they already have set what they want to do. I don't want to rock the boat, you know.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys remember most about recording that one when it first came out?
The big part of it was McDermott's first record. Michael McDermott's first record.
The drummer for Mephistopheles, or used to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he brought in it was like a big breath of fresh air for the band. Like the old lineup, like we had just kind of like, we were such a live act, and as a live act, we were also a drunken live act. So technically we had just like had turned into like a kind of slow, sluggish groove, and we had to, Pete and I had to teach McDermott every song in the catalog,
Uh-huh.
and we sort of like in playing them all over again and having to learn them all over ourselves again. we became this crisp, tight new band that we hadn't been like in years and years and years, and that set the sort of new precedent. And Summer Vacation, yeah, the writing of that record was written in that kind of feeling, like tight and fast, you know.
Okay. All right. So do the songs still reflect your lives now, like it did back then?
I don't think it ever goes away. You write a song, it's expressing a moment in your life. It's a part of you. It's never not a part of you. Yeah.
Like, it kind of brings back a lot of good memories, you know. Like a couple of tough times too, but there's a lot of good summertime vibes, you know.
Equally good for you.
Okay. So what's next for the Bouncing Souls after this tour is over?
We're working on some new songs.
Okay, what you're gonna play tonight, and then
Yeah, and then continuing.
okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna play 2 brand new ones tonight. We've got about 5 other ones that are not finished, but kicked fucking serious ass in our opinion, of course. We're gonna write, probably 10 songs total and record them, put out a record.
Do you guys get? Like, I want to ask this. This is not on the list, so off the top of the head, do you guys get nervous like when you guys say here's a new one, and then people don't know it, so they're either gonna like run to the bar or go to the bathroom or whatever like that? How do you make them
Just
like
judge the shit out of it?
Yeah. How do you?
Most like the self-conscious thing in the world, you know.
Yeah, it's actually difficult.
Well, they won't know the difference. They never heard it before, right?
True.
But
Yeah.
like, how do you know what songs out of the ones you wrote that you're gonna pick that will keep them standing where they are?
There's only 2 we know.
You don't know really how they're gonna feel. You can only go by how you feel,
Yeah.
and that's it. Really, that's all you got to go on.
Yeah. All right. Time for the hypothetical question of the night to end it all off. It's a question for each one of you. We'll start with Greg. So, if you could have sex with anyone in the band, who would it be and why? Provided that it hasn't happened already, you know.
This is a really awkward question.
That's how we do it here, man.
All right.
No one get your feelings hurt, you know.
I would have I would have to say everybody.
Okay.
Everybody at
Wow.
once.
That's like that's like the only way like wouldn't it be weird.
Well, that way no one gets their feelings hurt, you know. Because if he said Pete, then Brian would have got jealous and vice versa. So.
I'm gonna just I've been heartbroken.
I'm gonna cruise in under Greg's answer. It's great. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So Brian is going on the record by saying.
I'm gonna agree with Greg there. It's the most awkward but best answer.
If you shut off the lights, you can imagine you're all girls, but I don't know. How about you, Pete? You want to pick someone singular or?
It's like the same question for all 3 of us?
Yeah.
Can I get a new question?
Okay. Would you rather floss with a piano wire or use a cactus for toilet paper?
Definitely floss with the piano wire.
Everyone picks that answer.
I can handle that.
Yeah.
I could work it. Yeah.
No, you gotta be vigorous, like, or you won't get all the gums and or the food out of your
I don't
teeth.
want to cactus on my ass.
I think I'd probably lost with a piano wire anyway. I'm just that kind of person.
All right, we'll go 3 for 3. 3 for 3. All right, this one's less awkward. I'm sure you all will answer this, but if you could have a superpower, what would it be, and how would you exploit it? You need the mic, Pete. You can pick it. You
I'll
don't
go
have
with my invisible cloak,
to.
which I kind of almost have already. I'm working on it. Just take it to the next level. Invisible cloak. I could be anywhere I want at any time.
All right, Pete. What would you use?
I'd have the power to talk anyone into anything that I wanted to talk them into.
I don't want to jump off that cliff. You don't want to jump off the cliff. You do. Okay.
Jump off the cliff. Do it.
You have the force, basically.
Totally like the
Okay.
ultimate force.
Good. Yeah, I'm ready to eat, man.
And Brian, finally you.
I'm stumped on this question. That's my answer. Actually,
I have 2 answers. One, I would take Mystique's power to turn myself into anything, and obviously what I'd do with that, rob banks and shit, and then turn back into myself around the corner. Or, I would have the power to make girls orgasm with my mind. But you want to take one of those, that's fine.
That's a good one.
I like that second one. I think I'm gonna go with the second one. Yep.
All right, cool. So, this is Jarrell with the Bouncing Souls saying have a good show, and thank you very much for coming out tonight.
Thanks, dude.
And to all you out there, keep the music scene alive. Go to shows.
Your microphone.